Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career playing in the NFL.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Man in motion here is Washington. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Vita Vea. He gets in there for the sack, and it looks like the time off has not slowed him down one bit.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So it is 4th down. They'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. A gain there of 15. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
A gain of 15. And the Buccaneer first down.
Play action, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Josh Hines-Allen getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2. The Jaguars offense going to take over now for the second time. And, Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of guys are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. Cameron Johnson deep to return this. That's taken in at the 50. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Buccaneers offense ready for their second possession. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irvin. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Baker. A pass pulled in by Irvin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
There's no real fancy explanation here, Mike. I mean, he just flat out beats the guy in front of him, and I don't think they could have drawn up a better start here in the opening quarter.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Jags offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. He's going nowhere. Loses yardage on that play.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Yaya Diaby in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. To return is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Now Mayfield. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Mayfield. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
It's 3rd down.
Mayfield. Aside, he's got Ibuka. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 29.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Quick throw, taken in. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Irving. And he'll get into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs move out to a 7-3 lead.
Jaguars 3.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Scrambling to his left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll run the toss with Bigsby. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
It's a gain of 8. Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Lawrence. Short one. He's got Strange. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd.
They put Strange in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. On the handoff, it's Irvin.
The Tampa ball carrier. The tackle made number 21.
So after one, the Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. On to the second Buccaneers in possession of the football. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They put Strange in motion. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now Mullins. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Here's Mullins. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for 4th down. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Look like. Get this one complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Forced out left. They'll try to run for it.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now give up the middle. 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's good. Pretty palmy. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Tampa Bay.
Now give on the ground. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. 3rd and 2. Here we go. He'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, and that's exactly the case here.
He's going to be marked down up around the 33. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. Handoff here, up the middle. Yeah. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Jaguars, 1st down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Mullins to throw. Set up the screen here for Tootin. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, so it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Mullins. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15. And a 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for another Jaguar.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. To throw, Mullins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They put Strange in motion. Back to throw. Mullins. That one is caught by Campbell. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within one. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with first and 10. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jack Heiser in on the tackle. Second down and 6 now from the 26. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Javon Hamilton. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Throw on the run is complete. Now timeout to Jacksonville. Their second.
3 and out. 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Throwing is Mullins. He'll be forced outright, taking off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
They'll throw out of the gun. Open right side. That's Strange, the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
That'll be complete to Tootin. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Back to the air one more time. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be run out short of the line of scrimmage. So let's call it a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. So it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Tez Johnson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Loss of 2.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
The ball comes out. But it looks like the Buccaneer was able to bring that one back in. Tampa Bay will indeed retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The Jags offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is the former Pro Bowler, Hassan Reddick. Gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Now Mullins. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They can't sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. 11 yards on the pass there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Buccaneer first down.
As they try to run it here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one on target for Johnson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here it is on 4th down. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have read a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throws. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Try the right side this time. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Out of the gun. Here's a run up the gut. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. And you get a sense that in a really tight game like this, it's that one play that's going to tip the scales either way. So they come out swinging for the deep one on that one. They can't quite link up, but keep swinging. Keep generating those chunk plays, because typically in the NFL, chunk plays equal points.
Travis Hunter was the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. Run on first down. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll look forward for a couple. Jack Heiser in on the tackle.
Brings up second down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
3rd and 6. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Up the middle they go. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Slant, and it was intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 33.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
Brings up second down at the 39-yard line.
Mullins. And down he goes.
You know, we can sit up here all day long and critique the quarterback, and you can see his eyes aren't downfield. He's a little jittery in the pocket. But with the amount he's been sacked and hit today, Mike, I can't say I really blame him.
To throw, Mullins. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bucs offense and their running back set to go once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. 3rd and 11. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as he's standing right around his own goal line. Woo! And it's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this. Back to throw. Mullins. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They send a receiver in motion left. Mullins to throw. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And despite a nice juke, they're going to get a yard to show for it. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Tampa Bay.
He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Jaguars offense getting set to get back to work. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Tootin. And they will finally run him down. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of
Throwing is Mullins. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Mullins. Set up the screen here for Tootin. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 4. In motion is Hunter. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
I'll give on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Elijah Cansey in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Mike, it is not very often where I am at a loss for words. You know that by working with me. But let's just set this stage. They just allowed a modern NFL record 13 sacks in one game. I mean, to say this is absurd would be a dramatic understatement, and I hate to say it, but performances like this, people lose their jobs over. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll throw out of the gun. Pushed out to his right. He'll try one for it. He'll stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the fourth quarter.
He'll get this out to his running back. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He's pushed out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So we get to a pressure kick. And here's Chase McLaughlin. This one he's got to have. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
26-yard line.
A big one here in the fourth quarter. Pickup of 46 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. On the run to the right. Now he'll run. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now Mullins. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. It is 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up the throw. That is caught 3. Timeout here at Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come. This 4th down is looming.
It's now 4th and
So now, a big spot coming here. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. The Jaguars have taken the lead here in the 4th.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to get back at it. Here's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Oh, with a pressure there, he can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got it! And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. On his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll get up and spike it with a half-minute left to play in this one. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing. all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
The Jags offense back onto the field for their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down, and then time to shake hands. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So shout to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.